Emma, you're like the queen in health and AI, right? And we just moved from AI to the skilling, right? You cover topics that are quite heavy by design, right? And so how does the future work? How does AI, how's the adoption in AI in healthcare, and what they can actually use for? Because healthcare is actually well defined in the skills mapping.
So first of all, I'm not participating in any more interviews or podcasts if you're not giving the introduction and giving the questions, because I love when you're approaching me this way. Thank you so much, Henrik, for the question. I would just make a small differentiation here because we are talking about AI all the time. So just a little note, AI is a computer software, and basically the idea is to mimic the way that humans think in order to perform some complex tasks. That's analyzing, learning, reasoning, and similar. Machine learning, meanwhile, is a subset of AI, and it uses algorithm trained on data to do some general concepts. So I'm noticing that everybody's talking about AI quite openly, but to be quite honest with you, we are not even that close to artificial intelligence in the full definition of what it means. So everything that we are using now are more or less machine learning programs that are trained on many data, and we are using them for our specific needs. I found one survey very interesting. It was interesting knowledge for me that there was a science study that was conducted by the Technology and the Future of Health, and there was over 1,000 patients who were in that pool, and the questions were quite simple. Would you be comfortable integrating AI technology into your healthcare? So basically, who would you trust more, AI or a doctor? And maybe you would presume that the younger people have more faith into robots, AI, modern technology. Actually, Generation Z was with the highest percent. I think it was over 80% of them would completely trust AI over a doctor with their medical diagnosis and healthcare treatment. But the thing is that if the situation is getting more complicated, so as much the issue is getting more complex, you're going back to a human. And I think AI even was talking about that earlier. Actually, AI has an ability that I don't like. And I don't like it in humans, not even in machines and AI. And it is that it gives you just as a solution. And we covered this topic also in a book. It doesn't give you an explanation why did it choose that solution that he's offering you. Why does he think that's the best response there is? So as we said before, for some things, I completely think that we need to optimize them. I think that optimization can help us a lot. But in the end of the day, critical thinking, it's still something that, for me, it's in top of the pyramid. But I agree with everything that's said, and I think that organizations may need to be more adaptable, more flexible, and more agile, actually, in all of this space. So I think that the future of work, and as I said, we covered a lot of this in the book. I think it will require the whole new talent acquisition strategy. So we will need to attract individuals with the right skill set for the future. And that's why I think it's important that we open up these topics and we write these books and collect these documents, because this all could involve leveraging data that we are using with AI-driven tools, but we will need to identify the talent gap. That's for sure it's going to happen, and we need to target our candidates with obviously with diverse background and experience. So the future skills profile may require organizations to embrace remote distributed workers and to access the talent pool that's beyond their traditional boundaries in every sense. First of all, geographical. So I think that's something we need to think about now.